Hello, hello, hello. I just want to come before you with this quick live stream, right? I was just finished a phone conversation uh, with my spiritual mentor and my birthday twin. I was about to say birthday twin. And just sitting, right? Just sitting and thinking about some things and contemplating some things. And this thought came to my mind, so I wanted to live stream and put it out there. Give me 1 second. Let me close this window out. I wanted to put this thought in the live stream before I forgot it, right? So you all come in, hit like, and hit share. I had a very interesting live stream last night. Hello, Shanae. I'm drinking my Penta water. Hello, Shanae. Hello to you. Move this over some because I see the purple in the background. So I like purple. Hello, humble minded. Hello to you. Teresa is back in and back on again. Teresa said she was watching the replay of last night's live stream and the thunder. I was in under a weather warning, right? And as soon as I said make this, you know what? I'm not gonna give it away. I'm just gonna play it. I'm gonna find it and play it towards the end of this live stream. But this came to mind. He and I were just having conversation, right? Conversation, nothing deep, nothing deep. And I immediately, after we disconnected, hung up the phone, I thought about Matthew 25 and I wanted to live stream about it because most people think that them just knowing what cryptocurrency to invest in is going to get them ahead of the game financially. And I'm ecstatic. I'm proud that you even have a concept of cryptocurrency. I'm glad that you even um, realize that this is going to be the new monetary system because a lot of people don't see it. They're not future thinking. They're not futuristic. They don't want to prepare, right? They're not trying to prepare, and they think that one or two cryptos are going to make them overnight multimillionaires or millionaires. And for some people, it will make you thousandaires. It will make you thousandaires, right? It may add a zero to your 1,000 or $5,000, right? If it's 1,000, then it may give you a 10x return and give you 10,000, right? It'll add an extra digit to your thousands. But if you want to be a real millionaire in this great reset, if you want to come in, hello, Patrice. If you want to come in, and thank you so much for the 1111, Patrice, right? And our wealth that has the universe has for you in the past and in the present. I affirm the power of touching in agreement that it will manifest for you. And I am thankful for your complete payment of all of your financial obligations and that the universe has for you now is now released, because as quickly as you release, the universe releases, but it multiplies. That's why America is referenced to feminine energy, because you can never give a woman anything, right, that she cannot multiply or manifest. That's why a woman has a womb and she's pregnant, right? She will manifest in the physical, right? A woman is the one that gives birth in both the physical realm and then oftentimes the spiritual realm as well. So I invite the universe to manifest richly in your financial affairs and rich in your mind and your manifestation as well. According to Deuteronomy 1:11, that you also increase 1,000 times more. And so we was on the phone and we were talking, and I hung up. This thought came to mind. I shared this post on my social media platform, and the post said, if you have $330 to invest in the next 21 days, you will see a shift in your finances. Pay attention to the signs. Now, you know what most comments I got from this was? How do I get more information? I probably will respond to that one. Where to invest? Where to invest? Invest in where? 330 to invest in what? One person said understood. Now they probably think that I have some type of cryptocurrency tip for them, right? Um, but what I'm really saying is that if you can learn how to shift your money back to you that you are paying out in taxes for 129 and then invest in the crypto university for 297 and 21 days expect a turnaround. But let me get into why I came live. Why money will leave those who do not know its purpose. Why money will leave those who do not know its purpose. Money is a woman, it's a she, meaning that it has the feminine energy. And one of my favorite parables in the Bible on teaching this is, oh, it's interesting. I just saw some numbers come up. It's Matthew 25, right? Matthew 25, one of my favorite scriptures, but I got a new revelation on it today. The parable of the bags of gold. For people that do not know the purpose of money. Patrice, if you're still on, can you help Humble Minded 1111 with that? Please, if you're still in, Patrice. Matthew 25. Hello, Dr. Forms. Hello to you. The parable of the bags of gold. The parable of the bags of gold. And again, verse 14 says, it is like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. So the infinite God, infinite spirit went away on a journey or went in another dimension and entrusted us in the earth. Says the heavens, yes, the highest heavens belong to the Lord, but the earth he has given unto mankind. And to one he gave 5 bags of gold, to another he gave 2 bags, and to another 1 bag, each according to his own ability, according to their own skill. Now, this bag of gold, or King James says 5 talents, 2 talents, 1 talent. The number 8 is the number of the breaking down of an old to bring in a new. As 7 is divine transition, right? 8 is infinity, Alpha and Omega. It is the first and the last. A perpetual recycling of ending and beginning of events. So this is 8, a perpetual recycling. And throughout this parable, the talent was about 20 years of a day's labor. So just the man that got 1 talent, that was 20 years of labor reduced from his life. Meaning that he didn't have to toil or labor again, right? He got 1 opportunity. Everyone else had 5 opportunities. And the other servant A worker had two, meaning one had five sources of income, one had two sources of income, and one had one, right? So, with that being said, the one that had one, I want you to look at it. So, the one, right, that had two bags of gold gained two more, right? Multiplied. But in verse 16, what I like about it is that it tells you the mindset of the one that had the most. Because the terminology, the words or the wording says went at once. The reason why money leaves a lot of people, right? It takes you too long to make decisions when it comes to your money. Now, I'm gonna tell you why money is feminine energy. And I'm speaking about women that operate as queens on here. I'm not talking about women that are, as they would say, for the streets. See, when it takes a man too long to make a decision, will you marry me? If he want to be with a woman, she'll leave. But she knows her self-worth. She knows her value. And so if she's with a man that takes too long to make a decision about if he want to be committed to her and only her, she doesn't put any pressure on him. She simply leaves. And that's how money is. You take too long to make a decision. You take too long to um, decide that you're going to take what you have and multiply it. Then it leaves, it goes away. So the one that had the most had the ability to make immediate decisions. The longer you ponder about decisions to improve your financial situation, the worse your financial situation will become. That's just law. That's just law. And so, with that being said, now, right, the next, or verse 18 says, but the man who had received the one bag, who probably just had one job, one duty, one responsibility, went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. See, this person did not understand the assignment. This person does not understand the mission of money. This person took money, took gold, and buried it underneath the rubble. Likewise, a lot of you all do not understand the mission or the purpose of money. You think money should be labored for. Matthew 25 clearly tells you that this money, no labor was involved in obtaining this money. But I want you to notice that the person that had the one mindset was to go and do labor. See, when you dig a hole, that's a job, low level activity of digging holes or digging ditches. That's a low paying, low wage job. As a matter of fact, I think it's outdated now because they have more advanced technology to dig holes. Thank you, Humble Minded 11. Thank you, Patrice and T. Carson, for instructing him through that. And I give thanks for your gift. And I affirm that quick and substantial increase in your financial income will come through the positive power of wisdom, love, and good judgments of handling all of your financial affairs, and that your rich good comes to you and Patrice, comes to you quickly, and it comes to you in peace, and that you all both are receiving all of the wealth that the universe has for you now in alignment with Deuteronomy 1 and 11. And so with that being said, pencil water, oh my God, it tastes so good. I learned about that. Um, Dr. Carver talked about making your body an alkaline diet. And I learned about pencil water from him. And it's really good. BPA free bottle. Right. But let me get back on the topic. And so with that being said, this man went out and performed labor, a low wage labor, job type activity. But the other two, notice, I'm breaking it down. Breaking it down. The one with the 5 bags of gold, listen to the language, put his money to work. The one that had 1 went and did work. I could end this live stream right now and say, okay, you all, drop the gold mic. Good night. Now, the one with the 2 bags, it did not say how he went and gained his additional 2, but between the one with 5 and 1, it clearly gives you the formula for success, for financial success. The one that had 5 put his money to work. He didn't go to work. He put the money to work and gained 5 more. And he went at once. At once. Immediately, King James says. That's why when people give, I say, all the rich substance of the universe comes to them now, speedily, richly, and freely. And it comes to them quickly and in peace. Because that's the spirit that you gave it out in. So that's the spirit that you will receive. Freely you give, freely you receive. But the one who had one responsibility went and labored, and his money was not at work. His money was idle. It was buried. It was suppressed. That's why a lot of the teaching that you've heard from the church in reference to sowing and reaping is so wrong. It is so wrong. Because money is never to be buried. Money is to be given in the energy and frequency of vibration of someone that can help you manifest it, both through practical concepts and spiritual. And when people try to give you the spiritual jargon, the spiritual language, no, it's not spiritual. I take that back. It's religious. That's why you don't manifest. I heard Bishop T.D. say this years ago. Practical problems require practical solutions. I firmly believe in giving to those who give to you. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding. But if you don't understand what's in my backdrop, if you don't understand the government system, if you're not futuristic, you're not forward thinking, if you're not quick minded, action oriented, if you take money that you make and you never put it to work, it will never manifest for you. It will never multiply to gain more. If you bury money in dirt, or as the religious world would say, sow in good soil, and they don't know how to fertilize, because the soil to me is your mind. That's what soil is. Soil is your mind, your mindset. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now, the mind then speaks to the heart. You've heard the scripture before, if you've been in church or any religious institution, that God will give you the desires of your heart. But the desires of your heart comes from your mindset. This is the thing. Just because you desire something, if your mindset is not in alignment with it, you will not produce it. And because that hasn't worked, the church has even twisted that. Oh, it didn't mean that whatever you put or whatever you have in your heart that you want, God to give it to you. It means, this is what the church says, it means that any good desire in your heart, that good thing, God gave it to you to even desire that. Right? To me, that's the same thing. Every good and perfect gift. If he gave you a desire, let me tell you how I know what your true desires are. You remember as a child, right? You used to see a vehicle and you'll play that game, that's my car. And you'll claim it and you'll point to it. You say, that's my car. You claim it. But I've learned, or I've researched that by the age of 7, by the time religion and proper school teaching environments get into the mind of a child, their true spirituality begin to leave them. See, you're your true spiritual self all the way up to the age of 7. And then at the age of 7, your culture, your teachings, and your environment then begins to take over. So it depends on what your external environments have taught you. Give you another reason why I know that your true spirituality is its most highest until the age of 7. Because I'm working with youth or young children that's under the age of 7. On many occasions, after exercising, after doing high intense exercise, I tell them, I say, okay, let's calm down. Let's get your heartbeat low. They say, Coach Deloach, my heart is beating real fast. Okay, my heart is beating really fast. I say, okay, we're going to lower your heartbeat and let's get oxygen to your brain. We're going to make you smarter. The more oxygen to your brain that you get, the smarter you are. So we're going to do deep breathing exercises now, right? Because they just finished doing a high intense cardiovascular activity. Heartbeat is up, blood is pumping. I never use the word meditation, ever. I never said the word meditation. And immediately these kids would close their eyes. So I would say, let's do deep breathing. And I would use their terminology. I said, let's pull the oxygen in through your nose and push it out of your mouth. And then I would say, inhale, exhale. They will automatically do this. They would close their eyes. They would cross their legs. And they would be in meditation. I would interview them and I would ask them, I said, who taught you how to do that? I said, nobody. Nobody taught me that. No one taught you to, put your fingers like this? And he said, no. I said, did you see it anywhere? Now, some kids will elaborate and they'll say their mom taught them because they're trying to figure it out themselves. Because this was not a taught behavior. But one child, he gave me a great explanation. He said, no, he said, when I get angry or upset, I taught myself how to do this because it stopped making me mad. And so when religion and church says spirituality is demonic or sun gazing or true meditation, they have no clue. And that's why they can't help you manifest. And then they're not teaching this because we are intellectual beings, we are spiritual, and we are physical. So you have to learn how to operate in this universe because this is the dimension that we are in. Faith may be the currency of heaven. It may be, in a sense that you can't see visually all the dimensions. That's what the Bible means when it states, in my Father's house, there are many mansions, there are many dimensions. And this afterlife that our spirit goes to. So you can't visibly see these dimensions. However, money rules this universe. Well, Queen, I disagree with that. Money doesn't rule the universe. The Bible says there's only two masters, right? Mammon is one of them. That's a master. He said you cannot serve two masters. He didn't even say God and the devil. For those people that blame the devil, he didn't even say God and the devil. He said God and mammon. Mammon is a master. So what you have to learn is how to make your money work. That's the power of 1111. That's the power of the mindset shift. That's the power of manifestation. That's the power of giving and receiving. That's the power of learning compound interest, of putting your money to work. But a lot of people can't put their money to work because they're in a negative cash flow cycle, because they refuse to be transformed by the renewing of their mind. Let me ask you this. If you've been working 20, 30, 40 years and you're still struggling financially, don't you think it's time for a shift? Don't you think it's time that you learn the financial education? See, what you see in the background is what I taught last night. A person that has $50,000 gross income, taxable income, right? That, I think I got this wrong. I think it's supposed to be 32.5. Give me a second. That if you have no children, if you have no dependents, 50,000 in America, taxable income, your gross, not your net, you will owe back $3,572 in taxes. That's on the first 20K. Then after 20,000, an additional 32.5 cents is added to every dollar that's taxed. So now you owe back 7,792. That's 1/3 of your labor. That's why the deadline to file income taxes is Monday, April the 18th. Because you work for the government 1/3 of the year and give them money. I shared this post by Julian Gordon, And he has just so become a spiritual mentor to me through social media. Right? No, I'm not attending his church or anything. Right? And that's why these religious jargons and sayings, they don't work for you. Number one, you don't release into the universe what's releasing into you. And number two, you don't have a financial education or financial IQ, and you want a quick fix. What do I need to invest in? If you have to ask me, what do you need to invest in? The very first person besides yourself you should invest in is me. Because if I'm your source of knowledge, if I'm your source of financial empowerment, improvement, then the workman is is worthy of the hire. That's the whole parable of the workers in the vineyard, 369. See, people want to go into deeper 369 and, Nikola Tesla. Well, let's get that 369 parable down pat. The workers of the vineyard, that they are worthy of the hire. And whatever you agree upon with the universe to pay you, whatever you feel like your worth is, whatever you feel like your net worth is, and whatever you connect yourself with through your network, then that's what you will receive. See, nobody talks about that 369, the parable of the workers in the vineyard. No, they want Nikola Tesla's formula. They want to write down things 3 times a day, 6 times a day, 9 times a day. You're wasting time, you're wasting ink because you are not practicing the laws, first of all, of giving and receiving. And you're not investing in the education, the mindset that you need to manifest more money in your life. You believe in working for money and getting financial education for free. Listen, success leaves clues, but you have to go search for it. You have to dig for it. See, just like Matthew 25:14, there is money hidden in the ground. But you got to get some work to get it out. Just like that man had to put in some work to put it in there. See, just imagine 20 years of labor, 20 years he had to make a decision. That was just like the man at the pool of Bethesda. He sat there and blamed everybody else for not helping him get in the pool to heal himself. When he could have every day scooted inch by inch, yard by yard closer to the waters so that when the angels was coming to heal the pool, he could have just rolled himself in. But he blamed everybody else. See, these people won't help me. The people themselves were ill. And let me say this too. Broke people cannot help you get money. You're blaming broke people. And then you blame the people with the wisdom and the wealth because you feel like they should give it to you for free. And if they gave it to you for free, you'll go back to your environment, to a broke person, and they'll talk you out of implementing it anyway. As Grant Cardone says, people that pay attention. People that pay attention. Point blank. People that pay attention. Where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be also. No money in the game, no heart in the game. Julian Gordon. This may sound crazy, but getting a tax refund means you messed up. I'm not gonna say that. You know you messed up, don't you? Right? That's all. I always say that. But a refund means you're getting what's yours back, people. Now, some people say, well, Queen, nah, I'm not getting what's mine back. Let me show you how I flipped the game. See, I looked at my check stubs, and I'm only getting $99 of federal taxes taken out of my paycheck. When I did the math, Queen, see, that was on $1,200 a year, and I got a $10,000 or $11,000 tax refund. Let me break it down to you and make it plain. So you got that tax refund because more than likely you have 2 to 3 children to claim. Had you not had those children, you would not have gotten the child tax credit or the earned income credit back. But because you have the children, which you spend out more a year, see, don't just look at your check stub. Now let's calculate how much do I spend on my 3 children annually to get $7,000 back from the government. And I can tell you, you spend more out of pocket. You spend more than $7,000 a year than what the government gives you back. And then the earned income credit. What the earned income credit is the credit they give you for having low income. Now, is that really a good exchange? Oh, let me throw them, $2,000 or $3,000 to keep them in a low income threshold. And you think that's winning when you can have high income and high tax returns. So a refund means that you messed up, you're getting back what's yours, and you let the government hold your money interest free for a year. You could have turned that $5,000 into $6,000, but now it's only $5,000, worth $5,000 due to inflation. And some people think they're winning. See, the government will pay you to stay poor because they know if they give people without a financial education $10,000, $11,000, $12,000 back, they're just going to spend it back in the economy. They're not going to invest. They're going to spend it on retail shopping, food, bigger television so they can watch somebody else's vision, so they can watch somebody else become millionaires or billionaires or decamillionaires, so they can watch sports game or watch their favorite football player who's a multimillionaire, a favorite basketball player, or watch Desperate Housewives because they like to see how other people live, knowing that they will never shift their mindset to live that way themselves. Television is just AIR, AIR, the automated income reducer. Automated income reducer, right? And so, with that being said, that's all I wanted to share with you all. It's a mindset, it's a strategy, and it's financial education that will not only get you richer, but keep your riches. I really have empathy or sympathy rather for the people that's flipping in cryptocurrency and don't have a tax plan, because your money is going to be taken away 30 to 40% in taxes just because you won't invest in a home-based business that has the biggest tax write-off than any other business entity. And for right now, this ends next Friday on the 22nd, the double two, April the 22nd. But for right now, you can get all of that and more for $129. And you can flip your 401k into a PRA, a private reserve account, where your retirement money is now tax-free and you can borrow against it, where you're not penalized and your money continues to make interest as you use the money you borrow against to invest in assets that will grow in interest as well. They also reduce your expenses, the bills you are paying, your ADT, your security bill, your cell phone bills, internet bills, and they give you thousands back for using the products you use every day to deduct your vehicle expenses, your oil change, your depreciation in some cases, deduct your cell phone bill because now it's not personal use anymore, it's business use, your meals with your business partners, your vacations, your lifestyle. See, people, a job is only in place to help you earn the skills you need really to be an entrepreneur. I'm gonna say that again. Your job should be only in place to give you the skills you need as an employee to be an entrepreneur, to help you network with people, to help you talk with people, to let you learn how system works, how to get along with people, how to maximize a corporation. He who is not faithful in another man's is not faithful in that which is his own. So it gives you those foundational skills. It's the same thing I think about college, right? The same way I feel about college. It teaches you to network, to socialize, to be in organizations, whether it's fraternities. College is not designed to make you wealthy, just like a job isn't. A job isn't designed to make you wealthy as well. It's not. That's not what it's structured for. But many people have this belief that it is. And then when they make investments from their job income without tax shelters, they lose the investments or they sell the assets. You earn the money, you should know how to keep it instead of giving away in taxes. And so now, the money that leaves your household, you have no way of bringing it back to your household because you don't have a home based business. That's what a home based business is for. So you have to change your language. Instead of saying, I'm paying my kids or my children have an allowance, now you give them a payroll through a paycheck. It's all about your financial education and financial IQ. And now the deadline to file taxes has come, and people that flip cryptocurrency or that has flipped Forex now don't have the money to pay the tax bill, right? I'm going to show you something that a child made. This came from a child. And most people don't understand that their job, human resources, it just makes you human capital. The HR department is not put in place to help you solve any, problems on the job. The is put in place so they can give you that W-2 and you turn it in so they can see you're human resources to the government so they can see how much to tax you. So even a child know that income is just money earned, selling goods or property. You have to exchange your time to earn that money. You have no leverage here. You're not working with people to teach you these strategies to implement them because you don't want to invest $129 and then you don't want to invest $297 to get involved and get an education on our new currency system. And so income is connected directly with labor. You're working. I'm working. See? This is what Robert Kiyosaki. And notice that this is just like the cross. But what if religious institution would take that cross that many people wear on their necks and teach them the cash flow quadrant? How powerful What religion be if they did that? Take the same cross that they teach you religion with and teach you finances with. How powerful would churches be? They don't want to be powerful. They want to be paid. Paid by who, Queen? Paid by the government. The government give them tax-free incentives. Most of them, not all, most. So then you are human capital. And look, it says education, give you a skill, experience. This quadrant is taxed 28 to 33% when you become human capital for the government, the IRS. Salary is the amount of money that you make, but cash flow is the amount of time that your cash can flow without you laboring for it. See, in Matthew 25, the two servants that had more understood the assignment. They put their money to work. So their money lasted longer because it says over time the master returned and their money multiplied. But the one that didn't understand cash flow but only understood labor, his money over 20 years did not increase at all. Over 20 years. No doubling, no, um, reduplicating of that money. None at all. And unfortunately, a lot of people have been working jobs and they're living paycheck to paycheck, or they are struggling, as Dr. Lynn Richardson would say, living check to Monday, CTM, meaning they get paid Friday and they're broke again by Monday because they're paying past due bills. Another X, cash flow quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki, or Cross rather, says employ, you exchange your time and effort for income. If you don't work here, you don't get paid. And again, you're taxed 28 to 33% out of your paycheck. Then self-employed, you work for yourself, but can you take a 6-week holiday for your business? And it keeps on going on without you. That means that money continues to flow inflow of money. But this is the side of the cross or the quadrant you want to be on. And this is what the 129 puts you in, a passive income opportunity where money works for you and where you have people helping people to generate income. And the government tax this side less. See, what most people don't realize, there are two systems in America. It's two. It's the either you're an employee or you're a business. I'm not talking about self-employed. I'm talking about the business that the government sees as the one that should be more highly taxed. See, even if you're self-employed or if you have employees, you have to pay taxes for your employees as well. And you have to pay into their Social Security and Medicare. Or you're a specialist, a doctor and a lawyer, they're taxed 40 to 60%. So if you don't understand this as an employee where your income probably is under $250,000, now you get here, your income grows probably around 250K and up. Or if you're 1099, but you have to work every time for money. You don't leverage money and you're paying higher taxes if you don't want to invest 129. They also improve your credit. See, people with low credit scores pay the highest interest rates. That's as simple. So when you don't know how to treat money, you don't know the mission, it leaves you. Money is made to be multiplied. It is made to be put to work, not you working for it. But when you work for it, put it to work. lower your tax shelters, get your credit score up, get the knowledge of the next biggest asset class that you can invest in for right now while it's still cheap, cryptocurrencies, NFTs. Learn about those, metaverse. Learn about those. And realize that when you give into the 1111 movement, 11 is the magic number of increase. That's why I'm always emphasizing Deuteronomy 1 and 11 1,000 times more. See, one can put 1,000 to flight. I know you thought 1 plus 1 equals 2. It does not. 1 plus 1 equals 11. Because one can put 1,000 to flight. Again, leverage income. Two can put 10,000 to flight. J. Paul Getty, the first billionaire. And then John D. Rockefeller followed him with this quote that I would rather, right? You think a billionaire, this is the 111, the magic number of increase. This is the 111. Let me show you a picture of him. I want one with a picture. I want a picture. Let's see, can I get that picture? Okay, it's not allowing me to do it that way. So I just show it this way. 11 is the magic number of increase. John D. Rockefeller, I would rather earn 1%, that's one, of 100 people's efforts, that's another one, than 100% on my own. J. Paul Getty said it this way. Same thing. I couldn't just do it single, so. But that's the 111. 100 men, he said, I'd rather earn, and you see the I. I. That's why the Bible refers to I am so much. I am. I am. I am that I am. I'd rather earn 1% of 100 men than 1% of my own. So 11 is the magic number of increase. Or at least that's the assignment of 11 on my life. Enormous sums of money by divine right and manifestation comes to those quickly and in peace. I've had many testimonies of contracts worth, people give them different amounts of 1111. They give it in various ways, not just $11.11, but they give it on higher levels as well. Contracts, $10,000, $1,000, IRS money held up, and I saw this cup. I love that. I wish I could have branded this logo, but it got the heart with the one in it. I love that. So people, when you don't know how to treat money, when you don't know how to make money go to work for you versus you always working for it, when you don't know how to get out of taxation through a home-based business, and people that ask me, okay, how can my life change in 21 days with $330? Well, the numbers are on the screen. Text 129 for the home-based business and text Crypto U for $297 for the crypto course. That's $330. That's it. Well, Crypto Queen is out. I've really stayed on here longer than what I planned to, but I wanted to get that live stream out. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, Patrice, again, and Humble Minded 111. Thanks for all the positive energy. I see my moderators are in as well. And you all continue to be blessed, but just know those who manifest millions, deca millions. Thank you. T. Carson says we have 100 people watching. Thank you so much. I love that positive energy like that. He said, please like and subscribe. And you all don't just follow me without being action takers. Said that's 33. Let's get it. Oh, yes. The double trinity. And I also look at 33, the double trinity, as the mind, the body, and your spirit, your intellect, your physical, your spiritual being. People, you are physical beings, so you have to know, again, practical things requires practical problem solving. So you have to know how to manifest money in this earth realm. And it's not mostly spiritual things have take care of spiritual things. See, the one with the issue of blood, I said I was gonna end. I am. I've been saying 11, 11, and 44 like crazy. And I see 1411 right now, right? 444, the completeness. North, south, east, and west. On the fourth day, light, land, liquid life. Light, land, liquid life were created all by the fourth day. 4. The corners of the world, of the earth, the four corners of the world. Angels. Let me find that scripture. But with that being said, I'm thinking about something. The woman with the issue of blood, right? She spent all she had. She spent all she had to physicians for her healing, to dry up her blood flow, right? I don't know if it was a long menstrual cycle or what the blood. All I know is she's had a blood condition. Right. Hello, Lisa. Hello to you. I don't know if I said hello. And she had a blood condition. She had continuous bleeding. She spent all she had to physicians. See, her problem was not a physical problem, it was a spiritual problem. And when she touched the hem, another dimension, right, of Jesus' garment, she was made whole. Sometimes money problems can be spiritual. It's your mindset. It may be unforgiveness, the ability to not take action, the ability to have a fear of being rich and wealthy. When the Bible says, I come, John 10 and 10, another one, that you may have life and have it more abundantly. I make it you rich and add no sorrow. So it might be a spiritual hang up where mentally you are inactive and you won't participate in your wealth. A spiritual sickness. Or you self-sabotage yourself through your thoughts, your words. A spiritual hang up, right? So her problem was spiritual. Man couldn't fix it. But a lot of your problems is practical because you don't understand these concepts and you want to invest in it, that you won't manifest. So the 11444, Mark 13:27, and he will send his angels and gather his elect from the four winds to the ends of the world, to the ends of the earth and the ends of the heavens. Gather the elect. See, everybody can't go into riches and wealth. And I understand, I realize that because it's a spiritual mindset as well as a physical mindset. Everybody can't go to that dimension. And I'm not trying to take everybody. But for those who are supposed or who are called, who are elected to that, some of you all have not taken action at all. Thank you, Lisa, again for the 1111 super chat. And I invite the wealth of the universe to manifest for you, that you are appropriately and abundantly, according to John 10 and 10, that you have life more abundantly. You are abundantly supplied, clothed, housed, and transported with the rich substance of the universe right now by divine right. And it comes to you quickly and in peace and speedily. Maybe favor of 1111, the number of increase, As the Baptists would say, rest, rule, and abide on you. Rest, rule, and abide on you. And the church say amen. They give a long amen behind that one, don't they? Religion doesn't work in most cases, but it sure feels good. Oh my God, to sing those hymns, it sure feels good. You might be broke, but you will be smiling about it. But you won't smile for long. Like Steve Harvey says, money will not buy you happiness. It won't. But it would damn sure park you in happiness driveway so you can see what happiness look like. Right? All right, you all. I'm signing out. I'm at the 1 hour mark. Wouldn't even plan on live stream for that long. I'm signing out, you all. I continues to be blessed, continues to manifest, and continuously to walk in the power, the positive power of wisdom, love, and good judgment. Queen out.